what they're doing in Boston. So let's show what's happening in Boston right now. The mayor decided it'd be neat to have a little holiday party on taxpayers' dimes. Your money, if you live in Boston, if you live in Massachusetts, City of Boston was going to hold a party for its council members, about half of which are what they call delegates of color. It's hard to keep up with the terminology. Like, are you supposed to, of color, I guess is what you say now. Whereas if you said color, I mean, like, I don't even want to get into it because I'm sure I'm going to get myself in some kind of trouble. I would prefer we live in a world where we don't see this and we don't make too much of it. And we all just recognize that we're Americans and we're proud to be Americans, right? Like, that's the commonality, that we do love our founding fathers and that regardless of where we came from, I got Irish, Lithuanian, Scottish in me. And you know what? No matter what, I recognize myself for all of those great things, but also the fact that I'm an American. And that's what we need to really somehow get back to in some way, shape, or form. But they're not doing that in Massachusetts. No way, Jose. No, we've got the mayor, Michelle Wu, who happens to be Asian. And that's great, right? Like, great. But she decides I'm going to have a party and I'm only going to invite people who aren't white. And I'm going to send out the invite. Can we take a look at that? Because this is something to see. This invite says, you're invited as a guest to the Electeds of Color holiday party. It was last night, 33 Beacon Street. Only problem is the assistant, Denise Dos Santos, she sent it out to all of the representatives, which means half of them that were white were not supposed to be invited. So then all of a sudden, there's this big apology by the city of Boston saying, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. They immediately rescinded the invite. We're so sorry. It was a clerical error. We didn't mean to invite you all. I'm seeing these headlines, guys, and I kid you not, I'm like, what are they talking about? What are they apologizing for? They're apologizing, aren't they? Because they just told everybody they're having a party, and if you're white, you're not invited. So I would think that they would be apologizing if they just decided to exclude half the members of the council. I mean, that's like the logical assumption. Like, if you're a kid and you're having a birthday party at school and you got kind of a small class, say there's like 10 kids in the class, and you decide I'm going to invite 5 of them, but oops, I sent the note out to all 10. So then you probably would just go with it. I'm thinking, like, I would go with it, right? Like, it's just another 5 people. In this case, it was just like 5 or 6 additional people. And just kind of say, yeah, hey, it's one big happy family. You're invited to the Delegates of Color party. But nope, they decided they'd issue this apology. And no, you're not invited. And I'm like, excuse me. Like, what is this? So they're apologizing because they're not invited? No, it turns out the apology, I guess, was because they had just mistakenly sent the invite. There's no shame whatsoever in just excluding half the bunch on taxpayer dimes. That's somehow perfectly acceptable and allowed. It shouldn't be. And so people are kind of annoyed, but here's the mayor's response. I want you to hear it yourself because I'll tell you, I don't have a lot of confidence in this lady now.
Tonight, Boston's Mayor Michelle Wu admits that a mistake was made in an invitation to a holiday party. Members of the Boston City Council received an email invitation to what's called a gathering of electeds of color. Not all members of the council fit that description.
I think we've had individual conversations with everyone so people understand that it was truly just an honest mistake that went out in typing the email field, and I look forward to celebrating with everyone at the holiday parties that we will have besides this one as well. So it is my intention that we can, again, be a city that lives our values and create space for all kinds of communities to come together.
The mayor...
I mean, that's kind of offensive. We're going to be a city that comes together when you just excluded half the council members? I mean, please, lady, come on. You know what? Like I said, we got to get beyond it. I'm telling you, we got to get beyond this. It's just, it's not right. We got to be better than that. These politicians that want to divide us over and over and over again, they have a clear motive, and it's not for the betterment of the city of Boston. It's not for the betterment of you and me. It's to somehow try and make you hate me hate you, him hate her, she needs to hate him or she or whoever, because it's about siloing everybody, thereby making them less powerful, but somehow making them feel like they are the victim. And if you're the victim, along comes this little champion of your victimhood, like Kamala. She's going to save you. She's going to save you. Or Gavin, he's going to give you $5 million. I mean, hey, who doesn't want $5 million? So they silo you. They divide everybody. They want to destroy the nuclear family. Heck, that was in the mandate from Black Lives Matter. They don't value the nuclear family. They just divide everybody up, thereby rendering everybody less powerful, thereby giving themselves more power because you believe that this is the, the supreme leader that's going to save you all. And we're left in a much worse spot.